Hello friends, this is Ramna. Today I will show in this demo on frequently SQL error while executing the queries in SSMS. So the error is here, invalid object name. Once you are working in any SQL databases, you will get this name. So what does it mean and when this error will encounter? This statement is SQL statement referencing the database where one particular table or view does not exist in that database. Okay, first I will show my this is my customer table which contains in test database. The table exists in my test database, so it contains 10 rows. Now if I want to change the table name as tbl, customer underscore tbl, immediately it will show a red line under the table. So if you execute this one, so you will get this one, invalid object name in so and so table. That means this table dot customer dot table does not exist in this database. So I will show one more example. DEPT table is there in test database. Okay, if you go and check for other databases, sample underscore database. So here I'm checking for tables. There is no DEPT underscore TBL in the sample database. So when I check the query in this test database, like select star from DEPT underscore TBL. So you will get the result without any issue. So there is a table. This table already exists in this test database. Suppose when I working the in a query window without changing the database, when I working the other query window, so this is database is sample underscore database. So earlier it is test database. Now I'm copying this query and paste it here and executing this one. So you will get the invalid object name DEPT table. Where it is invalid object name, it is not there in the sample underscore database. Invalid, whenever you get the invalid object name, so that means that table does not exist in this sample database. So by default, what we done regularly, whenever we open this SQL Server Management Studio, by default it will open with the master database. Usually we write the query and select our regular table and execute the query. Obviously it will show error, invalid object name. That means this table does not exist under master database. You need to select your table, required table, and then execute. Then it will, you won't get any issue. Suppose if I want to change, so instead of star from DEPT underscore TBL, just I want to mention DEPT. I don't know exactly the name of the table. If I execute this one, so I think it is there. DEPT underscore details, which is not there. Obviously, it will show red line in the down. So it is also getting the error. Suppose if you change the spelling mistake, that is, if you did not put the correct name of the table, I forgot to take the P here and trying to execute the query, it will get. So invalid object name you can get in many scenarios, but every time whenever you get this invalid object name message, that means this table or this view or this column does not exist in that particular database. We don't have a DET underscore TPL. We don't have a DEPT underscore details. We have only DEPT underscore TPL. That's why it is showing the error. Suppose in the same way, in the DEPT underscore TPL, I have DEPT underscore name. So when I trying to query the data from the table, where instead of DEPT name, I just mention name is equal to HR. Name is equal to HR. Obviously, this is department name. When I trying to execute this query, you will get the same thing. invalid column name. So earlier it is the invalid object name, now it is invalid column name. So whenever you get invalid object name or invalid column name, that means this particular column name does not have in this table. Even though this table exists in the database, this particular column name is not exist in this table. And check your table and mention your column name accordingly to resolve the issue. It is getting first one by getting the typo error of the object, not changing database. So in these two scenarios, you can get this invalid object name error. Typo error, instead of table, you will get just TBL. Like that, it will get an error. This error occurs while typing the wrong spelling and a typo mistake error. So this is the second one is happening because without changing the database, you can trying to extract the table from the other database. At that time, you will get the same issue. So here I don't have any DEPT table. Just I have only DEPT, only department. So I don't have any DET underscore TBL. I just DEPT underscore TBL. This is happening because of typo error. If I change the database, if I change the database in this scenario, sample underscore database, even though there is no typo error, you will get the same object term, same invalid object term, because this table does not exist in this uh, sample underscore database. This is the frequently getting error, and it can easy to resolve as well. Hope this video helpful to know when the invalid object name error will come into the picture and how to resolve this error. Thanks for watching the video. Thank you very much.